Back with another YouTube live stream. Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Negroes. Shout out to my trolls. I hope everybody is doing well today. Oh man, gorgeous Sabbath day today, y'all, man. I hope y'all celebrated accordingly. October 26, 2024. Broadcasting live from the Charlotte metro area. I'm in the gas house. What's good with you? Y'all all right? Y'all good? Oh man, I hope y'all are. I'm the Heisenberg of this ish. I'm the Dark Knight of this mug. The Day Walker. The Shogun of Charlotte. Your favorite content creator's favorite content creator. The ladies call me the Cookie Monster. The mob guys call me Izzy Fingers. Pumpkin Escobar. The artist, the photographer, the author, formerly known as Van Johnson. I am your host, V. Ben Israel, the People's Champ. They call me the champ because I say the things you can't say because they're going to attack you. So I say it for you. Give me the smoke. Send them my way. Say, I ain't do it. Izzy did it. He said it. Put it all on me. I want all that smoke. Bring it to me. Bring it over here. If you don't want to be here, don't be here. Move around. Plenty of places to be out here in these YouTube streets. Shout out to Love Dorsey. Shout out to the beautiful, the illustrious Love Dorsey. If you are going to be here, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Smash that bell. Share it to your socials. Share the Facebook, Nigga Talk. What's the other one? Ninjagram, Black App, all that shit. Share. Oh man, baby. My Spartans, y'all know what to do. Let them know what your profession is. You hit the chat, salute. Make sure you do that. Everywhere you go. Hashtag salute. That's the official Spartan intro. We letting them know what our profession is. Content creators, as y'all come in, make sure y'all check in with the chat as well. Let us know. Identify yourselves so we can spread the love and send people your way. Speaking of which, today is the last day, y'all, for homework. Assignments is due after this stream. Y'all need to go over to Sharonda Bailey, to her channel, SHERONDA Bailey, and subscribe. And hit a chat, hit a reply on one of her comments, and let her know where you come from, because y'all come from someplace. Y'all got good manners. We want to build up Sharonda. We want to get her over 100. I don't know where she's at. I haven't looked. I'm going to check after this stream. I'll update y'all tomorrow. Hopefully, y'all have been participating. And the goal is 100, but at least we can double where she was at. So we want to get her up. We want to get her up and build her up. Shout out to Sharonda Bailey. Baby. Actually, guys, they swear I'm going to be done. I'm going to be ready sometime next week. We'll see. Damn IT guys. We'll see. Hopefully they got me right. Some of you they ain't getting no money till they get me right. I can't even make a not live video on StreamYard. I tried that. They had me try that. I'm like, yeah, I can't. I'm getting an error message either way. Well, maybe it's your Wi-Fi. No, anywhere I go, and I've done it in multiple cities now. So it's you guys. It's you guys. But yeah, man, we're not in subscriber only mode right now. I forgot to do it. So hey, anybody can hit the chat. It's wide open tonight. We're gonna do this Uptown Saturday night. Uptown Saturday night. Shout out to Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby. We're gonna do this Uptown Saturday night. I'm referencing these movies, man, because y'all don't be having the context to shit I have. You know, when I first moved down south, well, even before that, even as a kid, one thing my stepfather and I always did is we recorded movies on videotape, on VHS. And man, we had it down to a science where we could get four movies on one tape. Most people couldn't get but maybe one or two. We was getting four full movies on the videotape. We had everything. Yeah, and I've always been a techie guy. I guess that was the start of my techiness. Because hell, at one point as a kid, I hooked up two VCRs together so we could dub tapes. Yeah, I was that kid. Shout out to the Atari 2600. I had one of those too. But yeah, I was a techie guy. But the context is that I just dropped on y'all. A lot of y'all remember the movie The Five Heartbeats. And you remember in the Five Heartbeats, the manager brought the guy, his homeboy in who could tap dance real good. That actor actually played a gangster in Uptown Saturday Night. That's where, he was a tough guy, even in Five Heartbeats. Man, I'll kick your ass, right? He did the same character in Uptown Saturday Night. Because he was a little tiny dude, so it was funny that he was a tough guy too. It was real funny. I forget his name in real life. He was also in the movie Tap with Gregory Hines. Same thing. He's always a tough guy. He's always gonna kick somebody's ass. Always gonna take somebody outside. That's his character. I forget that guy, man. Forget that guy's name. I'm happy. And Sidney Poitier was the name I couldn't remember the other night. Him and Bill Cosby always did these movies together. They was always the dynamic duo in all of these blaxploitation type movies or whatever, the 70s. I think Uptown Saturday Night came out before I was alive, so we talking about early 70s, 73, 74, when that one came out. But I grew up watching them, because my parents watched shit like that. And my uncles, the men, they watched that shit. So that's all we had, man. You gotta work with what you got. You gotta work with what you got. And I told y'all the other day, and this goes to my thumbnail now that I think about it. The chess pieces. They are moving pieces around. And I told you, I'm gonna update my prediction. I said if Kamala Harris gets elected, she's going to drag us into World War III. But Iran was just attacked by Israel. And Biden, of course, come out caping for the Israelis, talking about a retaliatory strike. If I punch you in your face and you punch me back, and I go to hit you again, is that me retaliating on you? No. You started to fight. I started to fight to begin with. But this is the game that they're playing. This is the game they've been playing. Pay attention to the chess moves. Now, Killer Cam's campaign has boiled down in these last days to, I know you are, but what am I? Well, this is the Democratic strategy. Anytime you ask any question about Kamala Harris, but what about Trump? But what about Pence? We're not talking about Trump. We're not talking about Mike Pence. Hell, we ain't even seen Mike Pence. We ain't talking about J.D. Vance. We're asking questions about Kamala Harris. Y'all want us to get to know her, so we're asking these questions. But every question we asked, but what about Trump? And they ask her questions on these. Well, first of all, to be clear, no, people who say stuff like that, it's called projection. Whatever they try to project on their enemies, they're really telling on themselves. Trump is going to be the end of democracy. We've been hearing it for 8 years now, right? They are ending democracy. This is the second Democratic candidate in a row that nobody voted for. I've been telling y'all this for 8 years. I've been telling y'all for this for at least 5 years, right? When Biden, in order historically, no Democratic candidate has gone on to be the nominee that hasn't won or done very well in the first 3 primaries. Iowa, Michigan, and Ohio, I think, right? Up there, the Rust Belt. You have to do well up there. Joe Biden did not do well. Neither did Kamala Harris. Neither one of them did well. They both were at the bottom. Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren were kicking their ass. And all of a sudden, Obama pulled out his Kingmaker card. He pulled out the big joker, called up Jim Clyburn down there in South Cackalack. Shout out to Carolina World. And Jim Clyburn put his finger on the scale for Obama, and the corporate donors followed suit, and Bernie and Elizabeth Warren had to drop out. Since when do the front runners drop out? That makes no sense. It's never happened before. Biden wasn't even campaigning. They did it again. They did it again. Nobody voted for Kamala. Nobody. They just they anointed her. She got anointed. So we got 2 people currently in the White House that nobody voted for. And don't say, well, they voted for him in the election. No, they didn't. They voted against Trump. They didn't vote for Biden. They just voted against Trump. And they're trying to run that back. But it's like the little boy who cried wolf. Nobody's falling for it. Well, some people are falling for it. But there is enough people who have become aware, who've unplugged from the matrix, and they see it for what it is. And that's why you have so many, a historical number of men, not just black men, but a historical number of men, younger men, 50 and under, who are voting Republican. We worried about our sons, and a lot of us aren't saying it flat out, but we're worried about our sons, those of us who have sons who will be coming into the age of being drafted. I got a son that's 16 now. That means 2 years he'll be eligible. I got a son, an older son, that's Dream Ali. So Sundiata Hassan is 16. Dream Ali is currently 24. He will be able to be drafted as well. And believe me, if we go to World War, if World War jumps off, the draft will be enacted. Believe it. And all y'all be on TV and my baby a good baby and I want y'all gonna be crying. I'm trying to warn you now. We want this war to stop. I mean, World War is eventually gonna happen, but we don't have to speed it up before we're ready. Well, we aren't ready. As of Israel, y'all ain't ready. We got work to do before we get there. So we don't need nobody tipping the finger on the scale ahead of time. Things are going to happen according to schedule, God's schedule. So we just need to be patient and long-suffering and enduring to the end until that time comes. We don't need to speed it up. Things got to happen on their schedule. But y'all ain't ready. We see what these little hurricanes do to us. We see what little natural disasters and economic collapses like COVID did. Y'all was in there fighting for toilet tissue. And you think you ready for revolution? You think you revolution ready? Yeah. Sure you are. Sure you are. Shout out to some of you with the DMs and the emails, and y'all noticed that my health has gotten better. A lot of y'all say, hey man, you're doing good. You know, I appreciate, shout out Dr. Hassan Johnson. You know, those of y'all who check on me behind the scenes, I appreciate y'all who have done so. I am getting better. I am getting stronger. Less downtime. Y'all know I would go a couple of days and shit, I'd be shut down for 2 weeks and I was real spotty, but I've been pretty consistent lately. So I appreciate y'all. I'm eating good again. That's why I gotta finish cooking this cube steak, man. I ain't gonna be too long on here. But I just want y'all to pay attention to the chess moves and the I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? Who's Pee Wee Herman did that shit? I know you are, but what am I? I know you. That's all they're doing. And if they exaggerate and distort things, AOC, well, fine ass, gonna call the McDonald's uniform a costume. I mean, they go out of their way to be ridiculously insulting. Well, I bet you Trump ain't ever punched a clock in his whole life. Of course not. He's a fucking billionaire. He was born his father was a billionaire. Of course he's never punched a clock for somebody else. He worked for his dad, but other than that, he's worked for himself. Isn't that the American dream? I would love for my sons never to have to work for somebody else. Ain't that what we should aspire to? Not try to condemn somebody for being a part of the American dream? I love how they apply different standards. You know, you got two candidates, but you want to put a filter over one candidate, but the other candidate don't ask no questions about her. At least Trump, we can point to his history. He's been married a bunch of times. At least we can track that shit. Now, allegedly, Kamala was married more than once. Try to find her first husband. See what happened with that. Why ain't nobody ever talked to Willie Green's wife? Where her daddy at? She's a ghost. She's a shadow. Obama's the same way. Where his daddy at? Where they cousins at? I ain't never met somebody. It's a very rare thing. Let me say that. I probably have. It's a rare thing to meet somebody who don't have cousins. I mean, that's a rare thing. Pay attention to the chess moves and the I know you are, but what am I shit. We've heard this shit from again. Killer Cam is not ethnically black, but she's culturally black. She's culturally a black woman, culturally. So she got that shit down packed. All of that dysfunctional, gynocratic behavior, she has it. She's a master in it. The double standards, the not answering questions, the rewriting of questions and then answering that, the not listening but just waiting to talk. This is why men are rejecting her. It's not sexism. We don't like the gynocratic behavior is repulsive to men. Okay? It's repulsive. We hate sign language instinctively. Shout out to the Godfather of Soul. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels for giving us that verbiage. We always thought this stuff, but we didn't always have language for men to be able to articulate their thoughts effectively. And now we do, because of the black manosphere. Okay. White men and black men have been meeting, and women. There are women there too who have been meeting in the black manosphere for years now. So all of this stuff that they're acting like is brand new has been debunked years ago. They're late. They're slow. So those of us who have been here, we like, what the fuck y'all talking about? We've been debunked that shit. The debate is over, but what have I been telling you? They like to have circular arguments. Over and over and over again. That's gynocratic behavior. That's a sign of a gynocrat. The circular arguments. And that's why they keep running the same playbook over and over. Every 4 to 8 years, they run it over and over. But it ain't working for them. It is not working. So I encourage y'all to vote early if you still can. Don't wait. Let's go ahead and get those early votes in. Make it too big to rig. Get these votes and vote your interest. I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm not telling y'all who to vote for. Wink. Wink. I'm not telling you who to vote for. Vote your best interest. And I mean, but I can't, I honestly, no, I can't understand it. If you're a black woman, I understand why you want to vote. Don't tell me you're voting for her because she's a black woman. Vote for her because she's going to give you stuff. But I want y'all to understand and think beyond. First of all, she's not going to give you what she's promising. Understand that they have a history of giving you the bait and switch. They're going to promise they're going to do all of this shit, and they ain't going to do it. Or they're only going to do it for a very small percentage of you and blame the rest on Congress or on Trump or the Republicans. So they're going to blame it on somebody else knowing damn well they can't do it. So they make promises they can't keep. But I understand you falling for that trick. But it's time to stop because it's happened too many times. How many times are you going to play 3-card Monty before you realize everybody around you is against you? How many times is somebody going to show you the magic trick and you're going to be all amazed over the same magic trick? Ta-da! And you like a little kid and shit, with the, Here's your thumb. Here's your nose. Now you ever play that with a little kid? I took your nose off and put it back on. I'm gonna pull a quarter out your ear. How many times are you gonna fall for that basic shit? It's the same trick. For those of you who say your vote doesn't matter, then do it anyway. Do it anyway. If it don't matter, what do you have to lose? Just go ahead and vote for Trump then. If it don't matter, just go ahead and vote for Trump. And see what happens. Damn. It's happy. I need to wash my hair. I'll wash my hair after I cook. I'm gonna have a nice shiny beard tomorrow. Gotta fluff it out again. It's still soft. I need to be softer. I like when it's freshly oiled and beard buttered and buttered. I like when it's freshly soft and buttered. Yeah. So vote. Vote, vote. You got to participate in the system if you want it to work for you. Period. Got to participate. That's all I got, man. I'm not going to keep this long. I got stuff to do. I may come back on later, maybe. We'll see. See what happens. But in the meantime, register to vote. You can go right to vote.org right now and do it. You don't have to go nowhere. You can do it right from your cell phone. Do it. Go vote. Vote early. Especially if you're in one of the swing states. That's all I got, man. That's all I got, man. Y'all stay strong. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share on your way out the door. Keep the hey these coming. I'm gonna start responding to those again. I'm trying to wait till my to get my StreamYard fixed, but I may slip a couple of them in here and there. I got some shit for y'all, man. Stay tuned. This has been brought to you by the red, the black, and the green with the key in the ignition, sissies.